like about this particular medium versus a lot of the others that I've worked in is that it's more. You obviously start out with an acrylic painting, but you end up with something that has dimension to it, that has depth, that you can hide little things in, and it really just adds a uniqueness to the piece that you wouldn't get with just acrylic paint.
Been painting since I was 9 years old. My mother bought me my first oil painting set, so I've done oil painting. I've done pottery, I've done furniture painting, and when I saw this, I was just excited and I wanted to try something new.
I make quite a few things with clay. I really love any type of art.
I don't have a lot of experience with art. Good in sports, had never done art, so I feel like I found another passion in my life.
It's a great form of expression because people that don't think that they're artistic still find a way to make art.
And I started creating and it just seemed like everything was just so much fun, and I just, all my creativeness started coming out again. It's like I get ideas and everything, but yet everything seems to be a little different than everybody else. It wasn't easy to do, but it took a lot of thinking, but I think it turned out pretty good.
I think it's better because you use more detail. I really love making it because it's more realistic. It's a vase of flowers. It's my most recent. The crab right here is my first. I heard that this actually inspired another person to do the same.
If you had to pick one word to describe your art, what would it be?
Amazing. It's made with real things, and that's what I love most about it.
The fear would have been for my own creativity. Was it good enough? Was it gonna look good? What were people gonna say? It looked amazing, so that let me relax. And then when I got it home and I took pictures of it and I showed my family, they were in awe, like they couldn't believe it. Well, of course they knew I chose the right piece to make a mermaid, but they were very proud of me, so that made me feel even better about myself. I think now it's like you have taught me to look at everything in a different light, whether it's a piece of glass, it's a shell, it is a teacup. If something falls and breaks, I'm like, oh darn, I didn't have to do it myself. These dolphins that we made are actually shark's teeth that I found in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina over the holidays. So now I go there every Thanksgiving and I cannot wait to go find the shark's teeth. That one is on board. And this one is actually on a frame, and it's a red cardinal, and it's just come to mean very special things to us. And that took a lot of time. But, the finished product is where the joy comes out. It just helped me continue to feel more confident about myself, and if I ever had a question, the videos were right there for me to go back to.
My biggest barrier is usually coming up with ideas. I really want to be original in what I do. I get a lot of inspiration from things that I see around me, but I don't want to imitate. I would rather take that idea, run with it, and make it my own. And that's usually my biggest barrier, is trying to figure out a way to personalize something that reflects me. Sometimes I'll start and I don't even know what I'm going to do. It just comes to me as the art progresses, or I'll start with a rough draft, and when it's refined and I actually see the finished piece, I'm just utterly delighted by it. I enjoy the process of creating. I enjoy finding new things to make and how to kind of work out the puzzle of the art itself. The first one here is my steampunk tree. And one of the things I really like about it is the gears, the keys, the little leaves that have the words on them, things like that just sort of reflect a thoughtfulness to them. I also used wine bottles and kombucha bottles because that is what I've been drinking a lot of lately, and so it made perfect sense to kind of add that to the art. This piece is actually a direct result of Mary's 3-day intensive workshop. Within the workshop, I learned how to paint the canvas. I also learned how to cut the glass. I actually cut this myself, and then the composition of the piece and how to tie things together, as well as how to resin. This piece right here is actually me more of a stormy day on the beach around here. I've got the pine trees that you see up and down 38 quite a bit, and as well as some shells, and then the darker, deeper blue waters, and some of the fish, and then the birds. And this is my little nightlight. One of mine and Mary's friends, Dana, I was discussing with her what to make as teacher gifts, and I was talking about wanting to make the night lights like Mary used to make with the kiln. And I don't have access to a kiln, but I do have access to resin. So I decided to make some angel night lights to give as teacher gifts. Each time I sit down to make a piece, I feel like it is an adventure. It's jumping into another means of expressing myself, and not always knowing what the end result is going to be is part of the fun of it.